Hi children, welcome to grade 5 English and this is our session 4 in chapter 8, The Nightingale. And before getting into our session, let's do an energizer. Children, all of you close your eyes. Recall the list of adverbs of time and place we have learned in our earlier session and choose an adverb in each type and you have to frame sentences using it, right? Yes. Children, write your answers in rough note or your English note and you can share it with me in Google Classroom. And now, let's recall the concept connection we have learned in our earlier session. That is adverbs of time, adverbs of place. And first, let us learn what is meant by adverbs. Adverbs are words or phrases that tell us more about an adjective, verb or another adverb, expressing manner, time, degree or place. For example, she arrives early. When she arrives early. He drives carefully. How he drives? He drives carefully. And adverbs are divided into various types, and in this chapter we are going to learn two different types of adverbs, that is adverbs of time and adverbs of place. And first we are going to learn the adverbs of time. Adverbs of time tell us the time of an action and answer the question when. When did you buy this car? I bought this car a week ago. Week ago is an example of adverbs of time. When will you do this work? I have done it already. Already is an example of adverbs of time. The following words are adverbs of time. Here they have given you so many examples, right? And children, you can make sentences using these adverbs of time and you can practice in your note. If you have any doubts regarding the words or their meanings or their usage, you can ask me in our next session, right? And here in this table or column, they have given time, Saturday, Sunday. I am going to the shop on Monday. When you are going? I am going to the shop on Monday. Today. I have been to the shop today. When you have been to the shop? Today. Yesterday. I went yesterday. When you went? I went yesterday. And then next week, next month, next year, last week, last month, last year. All these adverbs come under adverbs of time. And adverbs of time also tell us how long and how often an event has taken place. Okay? For example, here you can see, I rarely see her. How often you see her? I rarely see her. Rahav visited the bookshop very frequently. How often? Very frequently. I worked from morning till evening. How long? Till evening. Yes? Can you understand this? Yeah. And the following sentences tell us about the duration or the period of an action or event in the sentence. And now, adverbs of time are those which answer the questions when, how long, how soon or how often. And they tell of time present. The adverbs when we use during the present tense is now, yet, today, nowadays, presently. Okay? And I need the book now. I have yet to find the right answer. And based on different tenses, we can use different adverbs. Right? Yes. And then they tell of time past. For past tense sentences, we can use these adverbs, that is already, lately, recently, yesterday, once. I have already finished my work. He has been very happy lately. Okay, and if they tell of time to come, that is future, you can use tomorrow, soon, shortly. All my friends are coming home tomorrow. Clear? Yes. And next, since or ever since. When you will use this adverb? Since means sometime between the past and the present time. Okay, and whereas ever since means from the time onwards, from the time onwards. Okay, he left this place 5 years ago, I haven't seen him since. From that time till now I haven't seen him. Ever since my friend left, I haven't had any news of him. Okay, this is onwards. Clear? And next, use of before. Before means at an earlier time. I have come here before. He had reached the mall before me. That is earlier. Next, use of seldom. Seldom means not very often. That is very rarely if something happen, we can use this seldom. I seldom go out these days. One seldom finds good poetry books these days. That is a rare thing to occur. And children, I hope you are clear with adverbs of time. Now we are moving on to adverbs of place. Adverbs of place are used to tell us the place of an action and answer the question where. And here also they have given you so many examples. You try to make as many sentences as possible with the help of these adverbs in your note. And if you have any doubt, you can ask me. And for example, they have given here, I looked everywhere. Where you looked? I looked everywhere. Trisha looked away. Where Trisha looked? Trisha looked away. And here they have given you the difference between adverbs of place and prepositions. And as we all know, preposition means the position of a noun, right? But adverbs of place tell us about the place in which a particular action happened. And here they have given you an adverb of place indicates movement towards a place or in a direction. Okay, for example, he went inside, he walked back. But preposition indicates movement towards an object, any particular object. It may be a person, it may be a place, or it may be thing. He went inside the house, he walked behind us, right? And children, now I hope you are clear with this adverb of place and preposition, right? And now let us move on to our class activity for today's session. In workbook page number 21, 9th question. Identify the adverbs in the sentences and write their type in the space provided. Read the sentences carefully and identify the adverbs in the sentences, and you can underline it. And here they have given you space, right? In this you have to write whether it is adverb of time or adverb of place. And next, 10th question. Rearrange the jumbled words to make complete sentences. Underline the adjectives in each sentence. Here they have given you wrongly, children. You have to correct this. It is not adjectives, it is adverbs. Okay? And here they have given you some jumbled words, right? You have to make complete sentences using this, and you have to underline the adverbs used in these sentences. And next one, 11th question, near workbook page number 23. The real Nightingale had qualities that were like humans. Use adjectives to define these qualities. Use sentences from the story to support your answer. Children, in this story, the Nightingale, the real Nightingale had so many good qualities like humans, right? And you have to describe in the form of adjectives about the Nightingale's qualities, right? And you have to use sentences from the story to support your answer. For example, if I have written that Nightingale is very kind, and you have to write sentence from the story in which you found out that the nightingale is kind. Clear? And you have to write 3 different adjectives and 3 different reasons for that. And now I hope you are clear with today's concept connection and class activity, right? And now let me tell you the home assignment for today's session. Application part, to talk about the current events using adverbs of time and adverbs of place, and this is the objective of this application part. Cut out an interesting newspaper article which has at least 4 adverbs of time and 4 adverbs of place. You may cut out more than one article if required. Highlight the adverbs of time and place. Children, you have to cut out an interesting newspaper article which has at least 4 adverbs of time and 4 adverbs of place. Okay, clear? And if you need, you can cut more than one article and you can paste it here. And you have to highlight the adverbs of time and adverbs of place. You can either underline, circle, or you can use some highlighters or sketch pens. Clear? And the first question after this is, how do the adverbs of time in your newspaper article make it more interesting? And second, write 2 sentences from the article which have adverbs of place. And third one, whom you like to thank, and then by doing this application what you have learnt and how many days or how much time you took to complete this application, that also you have to mention. And next one is C3 part. The objective of this C3 part is to inculcate the value of appreciating people and appreciating things. And the moral we learn from this story, The Nightingale, is one should always appreciate the people and things that help us. And things or people who have given us so much happiness in our life should always be cherished and valued by us. Clear? And the first activity is, we are often gifted new toys or books. This makes us lose interest in our old toys or books. What do you do when this happens? Is there a way by which the old stuff can continue to be useful? Write a paragraph in 150 words about your thoughts and what you can do with the old toys and books. Children, we are often gifted with new toys or books or something new, right? When we get something new, what we will do? We forget about the things or books or toys we already have, right? And what do you do when this happens to you? Is there a way by which you can use the old stuff in a very useful manner? Think well and write your answer in the form of paragraph. And second activity, draw pictures with keywords from the story. In this story there are so many keywords, right, which is very important. And using those keywords, you have to draw pictures to differentiate between adjectives and adverbs. Okay, there are many adjectives and adverbs in this story, right? And for adjectives, how you should draw, and for adverbs, how you should draw. You should think and draw. Okay, with the help of your pictures, we can able to find out whether it is an adjective or adverb, and give a creative title to your work. This is your second activity. And third one, find 10 quotes on why it is important to appreciate everyone and not take them for granted. You have to find out 10 quotes either from some books or using internet about why it is important to appreciate everyone in our life and why you should not take them for granted. And put up your quotes in either A4 sheet or in your note, or you can use the space given here. Okay, and the value we learn from this chapter is appreciation. We have to appreciate each and everything we have. Clear? And we should not take them for granted at any situation. And children, after completing your class activity and home assignment, you can submit it in grade 5 English Google Classroom. And drink more water, eat healthy food, reduce your screen time, don't use mobile phone and television often, stay home and stay safe, children. Thank you so much.